Thank you, Professor K. Krishna Sharma sir. Our next resource person is Dr. Gopal Krishna Sharma ji. Gopal Krishna Sharma ji is Assistant Professor in Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, Shantigunj, Haridwar. He is gold medalist and university topper in the university. Also, he is expert lecturer in life management. He delivers so many lectures on life management, not only in India but also in foreigns. He has also delivered some lectures in USA and member of training course at USA. I don't waste the time because we are 7 minutes ahead. So I hand over the things to the Dr. Gopal Krishna Sharma ji. Please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maske. I am very grateful to you and to the wonderful university. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Mahapurush Srimant Shankardev Vishwavidyalaya and all its academicians and administrators who have made this opportunity possible for all of us. Also, I would like to welcome and want to convey my great regards to all those enthusiasts, those seniors, those fraternity friends who are joined in this wonderful webinar. And I was listening to the experts, and I'm very grateful to them also that they are giving you so much knowledge and so much guidance in this regard. So moving further, first of all, my regards from the lap of Mother Ganges and foothills of great Himalayas in the divine land of Haridwar and from Shantikunj, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya. The place where I am located right now, first of all, I would like to tell you, friends, that since the inception of this ashram, Shantikunj Haridwar, from 1972, continuously every day in the morning, Yagna is taking place. The fire was brought from Himalayas by Yugrishi Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya. So with continuity and regularity, whatsoever I experienced after my birth in this ashram, then after joining Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, where also from the inception of this university, every day morning Yagna is being performed. And so wonderfully, every youth participates in it, get to know about the philosophy and the science about it. So in this particular presentation, the topic which I have been given is Yagya and its importance on the environment and body. So dear friends, first of all, I'm going to tell you that I am from the field of computer science. I did my PhD in artificial intelligence, and I am presenting the talk in a webinar of yoga, which is talking about health. And the topic specifically I am covering is Yagya. So it's all the beauty of my alma mater, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, which taught us this interdisciplinary approach towards life. So from here and onwards, I would like to request you all that please join me in this journey, as I am going to tell you something scientific in temperaments. You must be knowing too, but there will be something experiential also, which not only I experience, but everyone whosoever comes to this particular place experiences. So let's start. In this COVID-19 situation, we are being surrounded by different things. We are being in a different mindset, and the whole universe has become a classroom, and we are ultimately seeing the role of nature in our life. So first of all, we have to understand that in this world of materialism, this COVID-19 has made us thought about our body, our mind, our soul, because every moment we are fighting with life and death, life and death. Anytime anything can happen, but now is the time when we can practice all the things whatever we studied throughout our life in yoga. Moving further, you can see here in 1978 a Brahmvarsha research center was established in Shantigunj Haridwar, and it was being, the director was Dr. Pramod Pandyaji, and Puji Gurudev gave him all the things to explore through instruments the science of yagya. So whatsoever I'm going to share with you today, it's all which started decades before here. And along with that, I told you that whether people know science or not, but they experience it by doing it, as it is part of the daily routine of the ashram, and it is part of the daily routine of the university, where professor and students both are having that wonderful joy of experiencing this yagya. If we talk about the two basic pillars of our yagya, Indian culture, then Yagya and Gayatri are the two basic pillars of our Indian culture, and that is what we have to understand. I was listening to one of the Amrit Vani of Puji Gurudev, which was on Shantigunj Video YouTube channel, and he has authored more than 3,200 books, and he talked about so many things, but he by own was saying that yajna was the physics of that ancient time. Rishis used to perform yajna in different ways for different purposes, and the actual purpose was for purification of the nature of the environment outward and our inner nature. So nature outward and nature inward both get purified by this yajna. And in philosophical terms, when we talk about two pillars of our Indian culture, then when we talk about Gayatri, it means righteous deeds. Yajna means righteous deeds. Gayatri means righteous wisdom. This is the philosophy. And the yajna is derived from the word yaj, and it has having three functional parts. So basically, dear friends, I am a youth, and with my young mindsets, I question things, and the points or the bullets which I explored out and I understood, I am presenting it in front of you, that philosophically, in actionable form, yajna consists of Dev Pujan, Sangatikara, and Dan. It's not only that swaha, 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 it's about the philosophy first. It's about praising good qualities. If right now you are praising good qualities of others, you are somehow doing yajna in its true form. If you are collectively moving towards something good, that is also something actionable form of yajna. If you are donating your resources, time, talent for something good, it is philosophical and actionable form of yajna. It is actually divine discipline. You can tell that in the classroom of the whole world, this is a kind of discipline which we are being taught by the nature. It is ancient physics in itself. I can tell it is ancient chemistry in itself. And first of all, what we need to understand is, if we are prejudiced towards few things, and if we are not open for all these things, then definitely there is freedom of will. Those who can love it, they can practice it. Those who have question, they must invest their whole life in answering those questions. And when they get the answers to those questions, they can start practicing it. So it's all about freedom of will. If you know something is good, you can try it. If you know something is not good, you cannot try it. But sometimes or many times it happens that we know that there are several things which are bad, but still we are having a situation like janapi dharmam nachme pravritti, janapi adharmam nachme nivritti. Means we know that what is right, but there is no temperament from my inside that I can do that right thing, and I know what is wrong, but someone is pulling me from inside to do that wrong thing. Basically, when we know about the two basic pillars of our Vedic culture, the first one, Gayatri, for discriminatory wisdom, righteous thinking, and righteous deed, what ultimately a human need. And when we talk about body and environment, when we talk about body and environment, when we talk about an individual, family, or society, when we talk about the nation, the whole fraternity of the world, it starts from a single thought. Someone who is trying to create a devastation all around the world, it all starts from his own thinking. If the thinking is not right, it means the philosophy of Gayatri is not practiced here on an individual's body, in his brain, then a single person can create a great devastation for the whole humanity. And this is what is happening around us. So when we talk about Gayatri and Yagna, righteous thinking, righteous deed, righteous actions in a actionable form. Other than that, when we talk about Yagna in actionable form, blood donation camps, eye donation camps, donation of knowledge, Seva Yagya, life-saving Yagya, Agnihotra, starting from 1 Kund, 5 Kund, 24 Kund, 108, 1008, Ashwamedh Yagya, Narmed Yagya. When we talk about the ancient times of Ramayana, of Mahabharata, all the times we get to know about the Ashwamedh Yagya, and we are very fortunate. And I am very proudly sharing the facts, dear friends, that the place where I studied or the institution which I represent have already conducted more than 45 Ashwamedh Yagya in past 5 decades. So it's kind of thing where we did experimentation as large level. The first PhD of Deva Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya was on Yagyopathy. We are having the first ever unique international journal of Yagya research. Along with that, we have a wonderful center of Yagya research in which we are doing these researches from past many decades. And why I am reminding all these things in between is that a person from computer science is even getting influenced by all those things practically going around him in this vicinity of Deva Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya. And whatsoever I am sharing you is something very unique which I experienced in my life. Bali Vaishwa Yagya. We have a wonderful concept that whenever we eat something, whenever something is made in the kitchen, the house lady, homemakers, they used to offer that anna first to the fire. Fire is considered as a great thing, the greatest invention of human. Agni nide purohitam. This is a very wonderful philosophy which I got to know through the writings of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya ji. He said that Yagya is in nature. It is a complete cycle, uninterrupted complete cycle. This is a basic image, basic picture which we used to see when we used to study basic sciences in our 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th class. If you see that if at any point of time here, if anything interrupts, if anything interrupts, if any cycle of the nature interrupts, the process will definitely suffers. And today when we see the catastrophe of the environment, when we see catastrophe of the world around, when we are fighting with nature, we are fighting with COVID-19 situation, we are fighting with several other things. What we see? We see that somehow we interrupted the cycle of the nature. And the cycle of nature is not idam mama. It's not like everything is mine, everything is mine, everything is mine. It's like idam na mama. Means nothing is mine, everything is yours, Almighty. Everything, we got this body from the Panchatattva. Even we are not like say that we are the owner of this body. And whenever we offer any swaha, ye om bhur bhuva swaha tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimai dhiyo na prachodayat swaha idam gayatri idam namama. I cannot say that I bought ghee for you, I bought haman samagri for you, I bought goods for you, and I am doing it, I am giving it to you. No, the philosophy says idam namama. So when we talk about body and environment in relation with Yagya, dear friends, I am firstly focusing on the psychological aspect, the physical aspect, the physiological aspect, the social aspect. If people start living with this only line, idam namama, this is not mine, all the fightings of land disputes, home disputes, promotions, and everything will definitely go away. We have to follow our duty. And the other thing, you see the body, your own body, your teeth is doing something. It is chewing the food, but it is not saying whether I will get the benefit or not. No, today I will not do my duty. So what will happen to the whole body? The tongue is doing its own job. The saliva secreting glands are doing their own job. The stomach is doing their own job. The peristaltic movement is happening. The esophagus is doing its own job. So all different part of the whole system of the body are performing their duties without questioning or complaining about any other part. And every corner of the body, even these nails, even the toes, everyone, they all get the benefit of it. So if you can pause and play this point in your mind again and again, probably we will be able to understand that this is the philosophy of Yagya. And if we start living this philosophy, various problems of family will stop, various problems of society will stop. Individually, we are struggling with our own self. Those problems can be stopped if we follow this philosophy, and the effect will start from body to environment. Like if you see the catastrophe which is happening in the nature today, it all started by a single human being or a group of human beings, but everything started in our mind first. Everything we are doing, we are controlled by our thoughts. So Yagya is a way to provide us a kind of auto suggestion, to provide us a way of living as yoga in itself. When we talk about the physical term Yagya, then Yagya is a process aimed at the refinement of the subtle energy existing in matter. If we start looking the world around in the form of matter and energy, we can talk about it. And in between, I would like to share you a wonderful thing that in ancient time, there was a type of yagna which is called Bheshaj Yagna, which was used to took place when the transition of weather was taking place. When it was thought that the bacteria and all the other things are in the air and they can cause disease. So at that time, rishis used to perform a type of yagna with certain herbs called Bheshaj Yagna. So today in this corona crisis also, those who can question, they must question and keep on questioning, but those who believe must practice it, because at the end of the slide, I have kept a wonderful surprise for all of you, because we have few minutes to go. So here we can see that in the subtle energy refinement, the heat energy, thermal energy of the fire, the light energy of the fire, the sound energy of the Sanskrit syllables. Sanskrit is a powerful language. Its syllables creates a wonderful sound waves all around us. And you believe there was a time when someone was questioning that what is the power of sound. So we can believe that if I start abusing you right now, each one of you, whether you are from any part of the globe, you have a reaction in your mind. So it was all due to not my physical presence, my virtual presence, but my words. Words are effective. So when Sanskrit syllables are we are chanting mantras which affects our own nadi, which affects our inner world, which gives us peace and with purity of heart when we put it. Because Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya ji very wonderfully said that it's not only the action externally you are doing, but it's about the philosophy which you are understanding and the feelings you are generated from inside. In spirituality, in yajna, in yoga, whatsoever you see from outside, that is important. But what is more important is why are you doing it? What is going on inside? What intentions are there? If I am doing something good, people are seeing that I am doing good, but my intention is some ill will. So the result of karmfal will not be that good because my antarman knows the right thing. Jnana karmano gati, law of karma will come into action. So coming here, when we talk about fire, you see experiments in your home going on. When in the kitchen, if spices are poured in the fire, fire distributes it to everyone. Fire just distributes it to everyone. Fire goes from downward to upward. Fire goes always downward from upward. So we must learn to go downward to upward. Whatsoever good is there inside us, we must distribute it to the people. Fire always lights others. It means if we are enlightened, if we have something good, we must try to share it with others. Fire always Fire works with what? If there is darkness, you need not to pick every cubicles of darkness out from that room. You just need to lit a candle. You just used to use fire, and fire is the only symbol which is used in every religion uses fire as a symbol of worship. And this is a wonderful thing which brings all humanity together. So heat energy, thermal energy, light energy, sound energy, all these experiments takes place, and it is being tried and tested in the labs of Brahmacharya Soch Sansthan Shantigunj Haridwar, and researches have been published in Yagna research journal. You can just google it and you can see it. Although Dev Sanskriti Interdisciplinary International Journal, there are several researches going on, and you can look at the website of dsvv.ac.in where PhDs are there. Medicinal herbs are having their own properties. Aroma, if you have some aroma, good aroma around you, you feel something. You can think of, when we talk about the environment, there are few things which are visible there, but there are many things which are invisible. When we talk about yajna, there are few things which are visible, but there are many things which are invisible. When we see the action taking place in yajna, there are few things which are visible, but there are many things which are invisible. Dear friends, wherever we live, first of all, we look for a good home, we look for a wonderful bedroom, wonderful food, but every time we look for quality inside it. Quality of air matters a lot. And what experiment you are going to do to improve the quality of air when the pollution is too much? So at least if someone is suggesting that yagi could be one way, and it is very simple from one side to understand that the quality of air can be improved. The bacteria which are not needed, that can be gone away from the practice of yagi. And the content or the things which we use into it, they will surprise you. You will see into it that there are several things. Bioelectricity, the whole bioelectricity of our thought, our whole central nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system changes when we actually experience yagi. The physiology and the psychology also gets positively affected. Dear friends, just for a minute, this is a random photograph which I bought in front of you. Whenever we feel sick, whenever we take any medicine, we have medicines in various forms. We have medicine in the form of capsule, tablets, sometimes vapor, sometimes syrup. So it's like solid, liquid, but vapor also. And what about those Ayurvedic herbs poured into the fire, and you know the quality of fire, that it will distribute it to the whole universe equally without discrimination. And when we will inhale that quality air which contains the medicinal property, and there was a wonderful experiment in 2006, Journal of Ethnopharmacology told that medicinal smoke is actually giving wonderful results to cure people. And more than 50 countries that time were using this medicinal smoke. So we have to think that yajna is the technology. Yajna is the technology through which we can do it. And when we talk about fundamental things which is taking place, fumigation substances used in yajna, wood plus havan samagri. Wood is pious. Havan samagri is also completion of 20 plus herbs. Sometimes people say that when you burn wood, you definitely have combustion coming out with CO2 and CO. But dear friends, here we have to understand that the combustion which is taking place in yajna is slow, steady, using less oxygen and producing less CO2, but with the medicinal property, the CO2 here is working as a transportation vehicle on which the aroma or the medicinal property of things are taking and getting spread. So here is a myth and that needs to be clarified. And I'm telling you that when there is something very white background, if there is a single dot, why we focus on that single dot? Why we don't look at larger white plain picture and experience it? There are odoriferous substances when you use camphor, when we use other things. There are substances with healthy constituents. When we use ghee, we use sweet. When we offer Swistikrit Homa, we use several medicinal herbs. When we see that the production and combustion is taking place, the property of every substance brought together with temperature, with air, with interaction with the surroundings affects individuals' inner nature, outer nature, inner environment, outer environment, and the vaporization of woods and the steam volatilization of odorous substance is happening at 250 degrees Celsius to 200 degrees Celsius. So this is the temperature, and the combustion of fatty substances is actually converting all those fatty substances into glycerol, pyruvaric aldehydes, glycerol, etc. So all the chemical reactions are taking place, and in a wonderful way, the photochemical process is taking place. So uh, at the end, this is a wonderful thing which I am going to present with you. In last 2 minutes, I started 5 or 7 minutes late, but still I will finish in time with the permission of the host, and I would definitely like to abide by the time. So at the end, there is an option, wonderful option in front of all of you, that this is something. I remember I would like to crack a wonderful joke that I met a person and he was smoking. I simply asked him that what you are doing. So he was looking at us that every day we were performing yagya, and it was the something. It is an incident which took place with me in Dehradun. So that person told me a wonderful thing, and in Hindi I would like to quote. He told me that, "Bhai sahab, aapko pata nahi hai. I'm going to tell you a line of Veda." He said to me that, "भोर भई बीड़ी सुलगाई, इसका धुआं स्वर्ग तक जाई, और धुआं देख प्रभु भय मुस्काने, कोई भक्त यज्ञ ऐठाने." So this was a wonderful narrative, a false narrative, which he was setting in front of a youngster to justify this smoking. Smoking is injurious to health. We know it, and we are free to do it. And definitely there must be freedom. I am not saying anyone to stop it. Just do it. It's your life. Just do it. But the way, if someone smokes, the kind of aroma which you feel, the kind of smell which we inhale when we know about the active smoker and the passive smoker. So during all these things, at the end, we have a wonderful choice whether to opt for this or this. I am saying at the end that do people who smoke look for research papers that what are the benefits of smoking and then I will smoke? So why we raise so much questions for doing yagya? The way you smoke, I'm not talking about anyone here. It's like randomly I'm talking. Those who smoke, they never look for research papers. They don't ask professors to prove that what are the benefits of smoking in any lab, then I will smoke. They know that it is bad, but still they are like in a situation. So my prayers for them. But the end, there is a wonderful option with Vedas gave us Yagya. So it's 3 p.m. Thank you very much. Namaskar. I would like to request you all to join us in a wonderful campaign which is taking place on 31st of May this year again. From last many years we are doing it, that Indian culture must reach every home. So 10 lakh people, not 10 lakh people, in 10 lakh home together, all World Gayatri Parivar is organizing Yagya in a continuation of last 3 years. Together we can come together. If you are interested in it, you can also Google this Abhiyan, or you can visit awgp.org, and you can have a wonderful collaboration. So something will come out that at the end, after this wonderful webinar, we can have a pledge that yes, we got to know some benefits of Yagya. So why not in this COVID-19 situation, the whole India, the whole world unites and have a combined effort. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal Krishna Sharma ji. On behalf of all the participants, I would like to say something. Can I?
Ji, ji.
We Indians are all Indians are aware about the benefits of yagya and its effect on environment and on our body. You also explained it very beautifully. The question may be among the participants that in this situation, what would be the possible way to do yagya in our daily routine so that it will be beneficial for us? Please, doctor.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So at the end, I would like to share you a wonderful, there is a combination of herbs. So there are more than 15 to 20 herbs. I am taking the name, and I will definitely ask Dr. Muske to please share that link of YouTube, which I have shared with you. I will share with you like agar, tagar, jatamansi, hauber, neem ki patti और छाल, तुलसी, गिलोय, काल में, जायफल, जावित्री, आगा घास, कड़वी बज, नागरमोथा, सुगंधबाला, लौंग, भीमसेनी कपूर, देवदास, शीतली, सफेद चंदन, दारू हल्दी. So I am knowing that we are in a lockdown situation. We cannot go outside and purchase all the things. But by now, if online purchasing is available, people can log into AWGP store, and from there they can order this if things open. Otherwise, they can they can take any of it. They can take any of it, and they can perform in a smaller way. Because if you want to gain the physiological or psychological benefits, you can do it by simple deep yajna, because there you have to use our feelings and emotions. But if you want to go for agnihotra, so you can have some woods, you can do it with cow dungs, you can just you do with camphor. So basically the larger effects you can feel after you have this wonderful combination of Havan Samagri, which we produce at Dev Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya in the pharmacy inside the campus. But other than that, it's like you can use these simple things at home, because they actually clean the bacteria, they clear the insecticides, they actually create positive ions all around. So I think in basic way for now in this COVID situation, we can look at that what are these positive things in our home, and we can use them. Yes, Ujjwalji, please.
Dr. Gopal ji,
Ji,
though we are ahead of time, I would like to take one question.
ji,
Prashant Khare is raising his hand. Please,
ji.
Prashant ji, ask your question.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is, can we do yajna in without any instrument or without any herbs? That is something like pratyahara, something like this. Made possible?
Yes, sir, definitely. This is a very wonderful question you asked, because in the beginning, most of the times I explained the actionable form of yoga, and that is more philosophical. Because if you explore the Gita talks about the yajna of pran and apan. So it is talking about pratyahar. If you are saying, then if we are doing donations, if we are helping people, so the physical form of yajna which we do in the morning or for half an hour is a part of our routine, because it is having its own benefit. But for 24 hours throughout the life, from life to death, we must live with the philosophy of yajna, which is idam namama. It is not mine. If I am doing yajna every morning, and if I am always having a bigger, larger ego inside me saying, I am everything. So it is like you said very wonderfully that if you are going away from all those vishay, because the senses are collecting so much things from around. So Bhagavad Gita talks about this thing very wonderfully. So definitely, sir, you are very right. We can do it. Yes, sir.
Uh, Utpal ji, please, in short. Sorry, it is not possible. We think. Okay. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Gopal ji. It was a nice to hear you about Yagya therapy, and I am sure that this will be beneficial in this COVID-19 pandemic where we are facing the problems. Thank you so much.
Dr. Muske, at the end, I am very grateful to you being an alumni of Dev Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya and also doing wonderful job at your university. And I would like to request each one of you to please join this campaign on 31st May. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Namaste.
so much, Dr. Gopal Krishna Sharma ji. Yes.
Good afternoon, all of you. I am Mrs. Varsha Masti, Assistant Professor, Department of Yogic